Hello, and welcome back to Tandem Talk. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Olivia.
And welcome to the table, Spiky Joe, my cactus.
Our cactus.
Welcome, Spiky Joe, our cactus. Yes, good to have you.
He's a good friend.
Yeah.
Well, today we decided to tell you guys another story about us that happened in the not too distant past. And it is about when we got our wisdom teeth out.
Now, you might think that you had a bad wisdom teeth experience, but it's guaranteed that ours is worse. Just to jump right into the story, you should know that we got it done. We got the procedure done at the same time. Well, same day with back to back
in tandem.
And then it was done for free by college students in Seattle who were learning how to take their wisdom teeth out. And that's just how we rolled.
It's because we were super cheap and we're like, no, I ain't paying for this surgery.
No. And there's two of us. It's always kind of cost more. So if you could get it done for free, then perfect. They were going to take all four out on both of ours. So we're like, sweet, great deal. We go to the college. I go first. And already it's kind of just seeming weird. I got the funny mask on, it's making me all loopy and everything, but they're trying to put the needle in me. I don't know if it's an IV or whatever.
Yeah.
They never talked to me if I was going to be knocked out or whatever, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't the plan in the first place. Anyway, Olivia and I famously have impossible veins to find, so they tried on each of us. They tried 4 times on each, inner elbow, a couple times on each wrist, couple times on each top of the hand. Couldn't find a vein, couldn't latch onto a vein. Ooh, bless you. And so what they ended up deciding to do was they put a tourniquet around my ankle and they put the needle on the top of my foot. And it was after already 15 minutes.
This is the easiest part.
Yeah,
of the
and I
procedure.
was already this is not gonna go well.
Mine ended up landing right about here in between my two knuckles, which was extremely painful, and it really didn't
it didn't do anything.
I don't know. All I know is that we weren't legally allowed to actually be put out.
Yeah.
We were on this stuff that was you'll be awake and you'll be able to respond, but you just won't remember any of it.
Yeah.
And you won't care. And we're like, okay. And I think it had to do something with the guinea pig thing. So we were doing it, but so we weren't fully out.
And I kept expecting to.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'll just wait till it hits in. And then all of a sudden they're like, here we go. And I'm like,
I'm aware of this right now. And then you were in first.
Yeah, I just remember being aware of the whole thing. I remember specifically this back one. I remember them breaking it in 4 pieces, and I was freaking out, but I was also just confused because I was like, this shouldn't be happening right now.
And then
whatever.
You came out, and I was in the waiting room, and I remember you coming out, and you were that typical loopy thing. And
then I started to get loopy.
We had footage, but we lost it. I don't know where it went.
I don't know where it is.
And I just remember you laughing, just at nothing, really, really, really loudly in the middle of the waiting room. And we didn't really think this through.
I remember not being able to hear
Yeah,
anything,
well, you were super loud. And everyone else in the room was, super afraid of, I'm about to get dental surgery. I'm scared.
about to look
Here
like
you are, laughing,
Gauze
with
in my
blood,
mouth.
coming out of your mouth. So I thought that was really funny. Then we were like, oh, shoot. I have to go do this now, and you're done, but we're just going to...
and we were because we were in downtown Seattle, and at the time we lived in Snohomish area. It was, about an hour-ish out. So it was just too far of a drive for our parents who were there to take just me and then to come back and get you and everything. So they're like, okay, we'll just roll Rachel around on a wheelchair while Olivia's getting her wisdom teeth out. And that was interesting. I was told a lot of things that I did, and it was not pretty, but my dad did, in classic our dad fashion, he's like, oh, I'm at a hospital, might as well just, check on myself. So he goes to the side of the hospital that I can't go to. I don't know if it had something to do with that I just had a surgery done or whatever, but he had the wheelchair and he was like, well, what do I do with her? I gotta go over here. He parks me in front of a fish tank, and I sit there for probably what amounted to about an hour, just staring at the fish. This girl with gauze, blood coming
coming out alone,
shouting into the nothingness at the fish. And then while
in college, and while you were there,
imagine being a student walking down the hall and seeing
like,
that.
well, while you were there, I was getting mine done, and my procedure, I remember most of it because it just the stuff did not work. I remember that breaking this. I kind of like snapped into it, and I remember just like the tears and the sobbing. Like I was like loopy a little bit, so I was just hysterically sobbing. Loudly, and it wasn't in a private room. It was like in a room and
open. It was like, "Sup, dude, over there."
Right?
Also
I'm
getting
gonna sob, and then I remember the breaking the tooth. It was awful, and then apparently I tensed up so bad on the table that I remember them being like, "Okay, we're done." I'm like, "Okay, great," and I go to try and stand up, and I cannot move my back. Like I had tensed up so much, I had hurt my back. So here I am with stuff coming out of my mouth. I can't talk. I'm loopy. I also can't walk anymore. I'm in a wheelchair. I meet up with my equally loopy sister, and then we're like going through the hospital, going home, and we're just like nonsense talking. Our parents said it was like when we were 3, or like not 3, I don't know, like 1, and we were like making up a language, like in our little twin
we had
talk.
our own language when we were babies, I guess.
So we were like making up this language and just like laughing at everything. I do remember there being like a dog.
There was a dog in the hospital. Yeah. Well, in the college. We need to be clear. This was not a hospital. This was a college.
So we're like going through, and then they're like, you have to get a milkshake, which we're like, thank God.
The
like,
best
awesome.
part of any.
So, but we were like, we have to go to this place in Snohomish, which it's an hour away.
Why are we so
we're
dumb?
Just like suffering because they have such good milkshakes. We're just suffering in the backseat, all loopy, but just like dying,
holding our gauze,
and then we get there an hour later, and now it's in pain, and then the line for this place took like 30 minutes.
Notoriously has like the worst.
It was a drive-through, and it just took like 30 minutes, and we finally got a milkshake, but I didn't even enjoy it because it was just a blood shake.
Well, what we didn't realize was the point of the milkshake is not to be like to cheer you up after your surgery. It's to like close up the wounds because of the cold, the vasoconstricting or whatever. I don't know.
All to say, we got home and it was awful, and I ended up sleeping on the couch for 2 weeks because of my back. Because I don't know what I did. I just tensed up, so I was on the couch for 2 weeks. I couldn't eat because I couldn't open my mouth, and we were so square faces.
If we went out in public, we had a scarf like around.
It was
just like
genuinely like you took this and just like stretched it out.
It was so bad, and it lasted for weeks. I mean, I want to say yours at least lasted for
mine
like
was
month.
at least 3 weeks.
Which I remember
and
after
I had the bruises.
Oh, the bruises so yellow. And this was over Christmas too, which was
happy Christmas,
the worst.
Everyone.
I remember going to school once we fully recovered, like after Christmas break, and someone else had gone and gotten their wisdom teeth out, and they're like, "I just got my wisdom teeth out," and I was like, "Really? You don't even look like that?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm a little swole. I'm a little swollen." And I was like, "You look the same." And then 3 days later, she was like, "I'm fine. It's down. I don't even feel anything." It was the worst, but that's what we get for doing it for free, I guess.
I don't know. It was so awful. So. Anyone out there getting your wisdom teeth, be glad you're not us.
Yeah, I can't watch those videos of people.
I think that's I can't watch other people after they've gotten the wisdom teeth out because it just reminds me. And maybe that's why we deleted our footage because it honestly it was just such a painful experience,
traumatizing,
and just such a crazy weird like.
Why is this allowed?
Don't be cheap when it comes to medical procedures.
That's true.
That's how we'll leave that.
Did it stop us though?
No.
All right. Let's do it.
Do it again.
In the backseat. All right.
It's my turn.
Your turn.
I'm trying not to hit Spiky
Joe. Yeah, don't
Joe.
hit Spiky Joe, man.
All right.
Means a lot
my nose is just like running.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Devon Box! Whoa! Okay, give me that. You get a pull from it this time. Devon Box has a very specific way of saying it.
All right. Okay. Pull what you need to pull.
Yeah, you win this. This is the box. I'm going to go right here.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, your turn to explain this one. All right, well, it says, you good, bro? Yes or no? And it has or circled.
Okay.
So, what was this? Like a 21st birthday?
21st birthday. I think it was our 21st birthday. And we're doing in standard 21st birthday procedure. We're going out and we're drinking. And so halfway through the evening, you know, I'm already having a good time. And I discovered this paper later.
Yeah,
but what had happened is that Olivia had gone up to me with a piece of paper and she wrote, "You good, bro? Yes or no?" and a pen. And I just had to circle one. And I circled or. So if that doesn't tell you about the good time I had on my 21st birthday, I don't know what will. I should get this tattooed.
That's pretty good. It's
like on my back.
Be framed.
On my back. You good,
oh,
bro?
Gosh.
Yes or no?
Or
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really good. That's pretty good. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode of Tandem Talk, and we will catch you next week and at the end of this week for more videos. See you later.